Jake DeLong here with Relive, here with Big Chocolate.
Yep. How's it going, man?
Great. How about you?
I'm fantastic. To be honest, to be perfectly 100% honest, I'm fantastic.
How has Warped Tour treated you so far?
It's been awesome. To just go along with me being fantastic. It's been awesome. Every show has been an awesome show. Crowds have been sick. Meeting people has been awesome. Just everything to do with this entire tour has been great. Just making sure I talk to every camera.
It seems like recently dubstep has just exploded.
Yeah, within like the last year.
What's your take on that? And when did you actually start to get into it?
About a year ago.
So you
first started, actually, like literally like a year ago. Like in July is when I first started. Like, I want to start learning how to make dubstep. But now I make, I don't know. My favorite kind of music is to play and to make is drum and bass, which is a little bit different than dubstep, but essentially similar. Yeah, BPMs and techniques and stuff. But I take a lot of influence from drum and bass. But I also would use drum and bass as an excuse for why dubstep is blowing up. There's a lot of drum and bass techniques that are in dubstep that are like, yeah, it's like drum and bass, but like slowed down and heavy. It's awesome. So yeah, wait, what? Dubstep is getting real big right now. My take on it is, I'm gonna put this pillow over here. I hope you don't mind, but you guys are not gonna see this pillow. Might bother you. If it does, I'm sorry. I can't hear a response from you right away. You know, I honestly don't know why it's going so good. Like, I could see why. Like, it's like easy to listen to, it's easy to dance to. It's like it's catchy sounding. Like, you can hear. There's definitely characteristics where kids are really into it, especially this kind of crowd. Warped Tour kids, especially into it. I have no idea, and I had no idea they would be as into it as they are. It's my sets. Like, I know I don't have this big fan base as these places. It's just like this crowd is enormous. So I'm hoping to like really capture these crowds and being like a legit dedicated fan base, which I'm hoping has been the case in like reading up on like responses and feedback to these shows. It's really proven out to be like yes, Big Chocolate was one of my favorite sets of the day. I am now a big fan. But and there's a lot of like I didn't really like dubstep before I saw years ago type of stuff, which is really cool. And the thing I need to say again is like I only play like 3 legit dubstep tracks in the beginning of my set. Then everything else is like electro house and drum and bass. But I make it very heavy and I try and present it in a way where kids can be like, yes, this is awesome. Like, this is an actual show. This isn't like some like DJ up there spinning like the biggest dubstep at the moment. Like, I really wanted to push that. Like, these are my tracks. I made them. These are my remixes. I made them. We're gonna do this right. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So get your friends here. We're gonna have a great time. And that's pretty much how every show has been going. So it's awesome to see. It's awesome to see it all working now.
I think I'm actually aware of some of your remixes. Didn't you do some for us in Alexandria?
I did. I'm actually playing one of those live.
Stepped Up and Screamed.
Yep.
I don't know if the album ever actually came to fruition. I think they used it as like bonus tracks to promote the new album.
They used I guess there was like, I honestly don't really know what the deal was. There was like different EPs and different stories and different tracks and remixes on them. I think it was.
I saw your name all over it. So.
But that's all of that. I actually play one of those songs live. So that's cool. Like playing like a band remix that's on the tour. So I get to ask who's singing Asking Alexandria today. And, like kids will raise their hand. Like, this is an Asking Alexandria Big Chocolate remix. I'm like.
And do they actually have the band actually came to you and discussed your work with you? Have they heard it?
They have. I met those guys and they're like, yes, we know who you are. But they haven't like watched it live yet. As far as like bands coming out and watching, and like I do Breathe Carolina remix as well. And I played Warped Tour last year, so it's cool to see like Warped Tour fans that came last year will know Breathe Carolina and they'll get stoked again. It's like Breathe Carolina's on the tour, but it's like the piece of them is. So it's kind of cool that you can also do that, like play more than what's on the Warped Tour through other artists. Not necessarily covers, but this is something new. It's new to Warped Tour. You know? I do a song with Reeves, who's a rapper on the tour, and he comes out and plays that live every day. And that's been awesome. And that's also like made me really want to reach out to other artists and make more collaborations and remixes and playing live. because it's a great, compared to like playing with the bands and stuff on that stage, it's like, it kind of looks weird, there's one guy up there, you know what I mean? So this has been awesome to like make it more interactive. Like, there's part of my set where I put fans up, but I feel like that's not enough. I have to make more songs with other people so they can come out and do them live. Like doing some Winds of Plague right now, so their vocals can come out and do something. I'm doing something with Bad Rabbits right now. We're going to do something. So I'm hoping this will be an interesting show in a few weeks.
You know, we just talked about the blow up of Love Stuff and how it's suddenly become extraordinarily popular. I guess one of the questions I have for you is, how long do you see this lasting? What do you personally want to see in the future?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch of new like style, like dubstep is influencing other kinds of music. You hear lots of house music with wobbles in it, so it's like somewhat dubstep influenced. I try to make all my music very heavy, like dubstep kind of bass attracts these kids to me. A lot of these kids think the whole set is dubstep, the whole set is not. I think it's my third. I'm gonna stop saying that. I feel like it's my third time saying this interview. Yeah, I just see like the characteristic in general, like feel like dubstep just going into more genres. There's this new thing coming out right now called Moomaton, which is a very slow form of dance music. It's like the same tempo, it feels like reggaeton, which is how it gets its kind of name. And I feel like that's going to be a big thing next year. So I play a little bit of that live. So my own little productions in that live. I feel like drum and bass will get more popular also, which is my favorite kind of dance music to play live, or just maybe drum and bass. It's very intense, very aggressive, it's very heavy also. I love drum and bass. I feel like that's going to be of course, I feel like the mainstream will get more involved with this also. I honestly don't know. That's the beauty of it. Is that you can't really predict it. You just kind of like, something will happen which will influence a bunch of other stuff, which will influence just like a giant like chain reaction, nuclear explosion of new stuff coming out all the time.
So, what type of bills or what type of tours do you see yourself on after Work Tour? Because Work Tour is obviously diverse, as we talked about, but I mean, where do you see yourself fitting in? You mentioned Brief Carolina, we've talked about Aspen area. Do you see yourself fitting in on tour with those guys, or do you see yourself on a whole different place?
I would like to integrate with the dance scene more. I feel like I'm not very close with my dance music making peers, and I would really like to do some more tours with that, just to do that more, because I feel like I came from a metal background, so this is like next closest thing to metal, is a Warped Tour kind of crowd, so it's like, I feel like
you're kind of at home.
No, this is just where I'm kind of like from in a way. And I think it's cool. I feel like the dance community will hopefully receive me well, like, oh, this is what Chocolate, he's from the Warped Tour. Not saying like every music scene is a community of people. Like, you're in that club. You're in that club. I'm hoping to integrate more dance music for a little bit. See how that goes. But then again, I like doing things that people won't expect, like Warped Tour, which is going over awesome. So yeah.
What would you be doing right now if you weren't on tour, if you weren't Big Chocolate? What would you be doing?
I was going to school for criminal justice to be a lawyer. So I'd probably be just going to school for criminal justice still.
And what inspired you to start doing this?
Well, I did this in high school. I did, like I said before, I was doing metal in high school and stuff. And when I was living in California, I met up with people, like, there's people in the area that started making the band Suicide Sounds, which I did remix with them. The vocals down the street from me, but I didn't know that. So we started making like glitched up like experimental music, and that's when I got really turned on to this stuff. And I was like, hey, I should probably try this out while I can before I'm like down the road and like have my job and a family. It's like, man, I really should give music a try and see what it's like. I didn't want to feel like that later on, so I'm just gonna try now. Then go back to school if I didn't like it. You know, I'm loving it. It's been awesome.
You talked about the future, you know, how you're gonna do stuff right now before you have life and kids and family to support and stuff like that. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Do you see yourself in the next 10 years from now?
Yeah, well, in 10 years, I don't know. I'm pretty big. I want a family. I'm pretty big into family stuff. Very close to my family, not just my enemies and all my cousins and stuff. It's really close. I would like to have a family of my own, especially like 10 years from now. But yeah, I still see myself working hard and going hard. I don't think I'll ever stop getting music. Whether I continue to do it professionally or not, that we'll see how this next year or so plays out to really decide that. But I will continue to work hard, whatever I'm doing, especially right now with music. I'm going to work 100 million% harder than usual, and hopefully it steers me well enough to be able to support a family.
If you look at the things you've done in the past, the things you're doing today, and the things you're doing in the near future, how do you gauge your success personally? What is that based? Is it based on going out there and somebody coming out there and telling you, you made a difference in my life, your music touches me? Is it, you know?
It is a lot of those like things like that. Like, it's kind of weird because I don't feel like a lot of things phase me really. Like, that's a good thing and a bad thing. Like,
we watch it every day.
It depends how I feel about it. Because I feel about it. They're really into it, but I'm not really into it. And I feel like it doesn't really phase me that well. And especially like that's also good for bad things as well. Someone says something negative about it, and I feel good about it. It doesn't phase me too much. But like definitely the little things, there's like kind of things that really make. Cause I keep a daily video blog where when I'm on tours, like tour videos, I'm on studio videos, but I also like Thanksgiving, I'll still do a video, hang out with my family, film everything, home video. I'll put it on the internet as part of my daily videos. And like there's in Dallas, I had a fan came up to me. He went to chemo for a long time. He was in cancer. He said like when I was in chemotherapy, like these are videos like that really helped me out. Like I look forward to it every day. It's made it very, very fun. That was probably the moment where it was just like, yes, that's awesome. That made a difference in my life and made a difference in his life. And I think that's the big difference-making moments in music. Those little tiny things, which I feel like anyone who's doing music will probably relate to. Those little things like that making a difference. Not like walking out and playing a show to a lot of people, like a huge crowd, and awesome as well, but that's a very simple thing also. It's a big event, but it's very simple to like, these people are here to watch my music, and that means a lot to me. It's not like some big like, you see what I'm saying? Is that like an intimate connection? Especially like when I play, like if you play first or last, you typically have smaller crowds because of the walk-by factor. Or kids will have just gone home that day because they want to hang out that day. But the kids who are there that day, the last night of the day to watch you, it's like those are great shows. They're not as big as the midday ones because the kids have way more energy than midday. But it's still like very intimate in the fact that those kids stuck around all day to watch my set. And that last set of the day, I was making us say something like how much I appreciate everyone sticking around to watch my set, and that I usually have a better show when it's that intimate. Not saying it's like the shows during the day. They're all like equal performance kind of thing, but I usually feel like this is an intimate show, which I like. I like that intimate value. The fact that this kid's still around makes me feel good.
We've already discussed the diverse background you have, metal, dubstep. You know, what kind of stuff do you listen to that might surprise your fans, or what type of movies do you watch, TV shows?
I actually don't really just listen to a lot of dubstep, to be honest. I don't really listen to a lot of metal anymore, to be honest. Also, I listen to like Rage Against the Machine. I listen to a lot of Sting. Not just Sting the Police, but just Sting in general. Love that guy. Sting, bam, prime. I listen to a lot of jazz also on the radio because I don't really know too much about jazz, but like 7 to 9 is jazz hour, so I always flip on the radio at that time and just listen to it. And movie-wise, I watch a lot of romantic comedies. Those are my jam. I love romantic comedies. I don't know why. It's just like everyone's the same movie. It's predictable from beginning to end, but I love it. Like people are complaining about like one of those 2 new movies. It was No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits. Exact same movie, but I love it. So romantic comedies, I don't know why, really, and cheesy, transported type stuff. It's like awesome. Just because it's like badass. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. But not saying like I need to watch Transported 3 hours like romantic comedy that I just watched. I don't feel that way. I genuinely feel like romantic comedies is like an awesome type of movie. Just feel good. I love them. But I don't feel like I watch badass movies. I can't say I like badass movies as well. TV wise, we were talking about this, we were setting up on this camera. I'm pretty big into Ghost Adventure series. I recently got into True Blood. I really like watching like straight television. I'm big on Netflix, so if it's on Netflix I'll watch it. Some stuff. Pretty simple actually, like action, romantic comedies, not like indie films. Films that are impossible to find even on Amazon.com. If you haven't heard of it, then I like it. No, I like mainstream action.
Well, I don't, at this point, I don't really know what else to ask you, man. I'm going to let you get back to whatever you need to do, man.
Awesome, man.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us, and I appreciate it.
Alright, thank you for having me here. It's been awesome. Thanks.